Hello!
Hello.
That's very funny, Johnny. So today we are reviewing Unfriended, the new found footage horror from Universal and Blumhouse Productions. This is directed by Levan. I say that name, mate.
We went through this.
Gabriadze. I don't know. I'm saying the name. And then written by Greaves. The director has only directed sort of some Russian movies before, and another movie with what's her name from Resident Evil.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, a film with her as well. And Greaves has only written a short film and some episodes of Sleepy Hollow. So Unfriended is the story of Laura Barnes, who is the victim of some cyberbullying. A video gets filmed of her at a party, and then she kills herself, and all the friends are having a Skype conversation, and all of a sudden some weird shit starts to happen, and they think it's the Laura Barnes that is hacking them. So that explained it sort of pretty much, didn't it?
It's nothing too fancy.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, it's all on a bloody desktop.
So yeah, this is the third movie now that I've seen that's been on just set on completely on a computer screen. First movie that I've seen was there's Open Windows, and there was last year's The Den, which was all been investigating all sites online like Chat Roulette and stuff. So yeah, Unfriended was a movie when I first saw the trailer. I wasn't really.
It looked interesting.
It looked interesting, but I don't know. I thought that it was just going to be another generic thing, and Unfriended has surprised me a tiny bit because it's not the worst thing out there. It's a found footage. You gave it 3 out of 5, mate. You already said that you gave it 3 out of 5.
Yeah, it's not the best thing.
It's not the best thing. It's not the worst thing. It's sort of in the middle. It's better than some other found footage movies that we've had, but it does have its cliches, and these cliches are the things that sort of you're like, okay, you have this atmosphere at the beginning, and it's sort of quiet, and all these things are happening, and they're having this Skype conversation, and you just see some friends just talking between each other. And then all of a sudden, you get thrown all these jump scares at you.
And they're not even jump scares, because they just, they use the whole glitching technique so you can't see anything that's happening in it.
Yeah.
The main thing is, don't go see it, because if you do, then they're just going to bring out more crap like this, and it's going to be another subgenre of this.
3 out of 5, mate, is quite high, I think.
It was fine, and it's fine, I used my Cineworld card, I didn't pay too much money to them, it's all good. I'm not going to get DVD or Blu-ray.
Yeah.
But it's going to make so much money, which really annoys me, because now they're going to know, oh, we've got a cheaper and quicker way to make these found footage films, and we're going to start going to the cinema more often and just looking at desktop screens. I mean, I do that enough when I'm at home. I go to the cinema to see a film, and now I'm just looking at the desktop.
Unfriended is one of those movies where you can tell that it's not a film for the horror fans. I guess horror fans will enjoy it, and people that like horror will enjoy it. But it's one of those movies that Universal has released, and other film productions do release, like with Paranormal Activity, and with Insidious, and with the Purge films. It's films that couples go and see, and not really a horror audience.
Thanks for that.
Go and see.
Oh, I guess we went as a couple.
I'm saying it's what couples go and see, so they can cuddle up and they can scream at the jump scares
cuddled up with me
and stuff. So, Unfriended does have a bit more of a clever part to it at points, with the whole Laura Barnes taking over the computers and that was
interesting.
A little interesting plot point there.
But they never delved deep enough into it.
But it doesn't go as deep as things, and all of these people that you all the characters that they want you to like, and you don't want them to kill off, you just sort of start to hate them, because even when Laura Barnes is attacking them, and even when all this shit is happening, they're all saying horrible stuff about each other and calling each other names and calling all the people that have died horrible names, so it doesn't really make you care for them. And when shit does start to happen, you're like, I'm not really...
There's one moment, it's like 20 minutes in, and when you find out one thing about basically all of them, and it's just like, right, I don't care about you now. You can all die. It's all good. Just kill them now. And it's just, you just don't care about them.
There's also quite a big continuity to this movie. So with the screen, it's all set on a MacBook, and if you look up at the corner, and the film starts at 9 minutes past 9, and then it was about an hour in the film, and it was only 9:49, and by the time the film has ended, it's 10:05. So the film's like an hour.
See, I didn't see when it started, but I did notice.
The film is an hour and 23 minutes, and in this time, it's just a big continuity there, and there's also a big continuity where they play this game, something happens and this person doesn't hold up the right amount of hands and they don't pick up on it or anything, so that's the part where it's sort of cancelled out what was going on in the film.
I also found it a bit annoying, like, when you have, like, little notifications come up
in the corner,
and when you're looking at a normal desktop, you just look, but with seeing it on a big screen, you're like, what? Oh, right,
yeah,
okay.
You sort of look up at, there's like Laura Barnes sends something on Facebook, you're like, oh, what's that in the corner?
Yeah, it's a bit too far away.
There's a lot going on the screen, but not that much really seriously going on in the movie. Like, it does have its horror moments and things, but in the end, Unfriended
is a gimmick.
It is, with its cliche jump scares. It is something that's a bit better in the found footage thing, but it's not the best found footage thing we've had. And this is just a movie where Universal are going to be like, we keep on releasing these, because I believe it's Universal that, do they do The Purge as well?
Yep.
Yeah, Universal.
And they've got a sequel for this, apparently it's greenlit already, which is
because great. The first The Purge was a cheap movie to make. It was low budget in its opinion, and with what they did, and then with The Purge Anarchy, that was not as cheap to make, but people go and see these movies because Universal keep making them. Same with Paranormal Activity franchise. People are going to keep making those if you keep going and seeing them. So
don't go see it.
Unfriended, with there being a sequel, this isn't a movie that needs a sequel. It's jump scare cliches, dumb characters, and like people online have said that it's a strong entry into found footage, but it's not as strong. And yeah, if you want to see better found footage, like the VHS movies were good, like VHS 1 and 2. I enjoyed those. I think they're some of the best in found footage.
Yeah, I just like
but this isn't
the normal found footage. Even though we've had so many found footage, I like the normal found footage, and this is just so much of a gimmick, and it just loses its touch by the end of the first film we saw.
I feel like found footage is something that's been around for a long time, but it's still a genre that it can open up more, and there can be something more to it. But this isn't this isn't a film that added something more to it. So yeah,
Open Windows did it better.
Open Windows, yeah, that was just on desktop, but I enjoyed that.
Lower kind of. This is a bigger release, so this is going to be the one that starts the ball rolling and gets all these sort of desktop horror movies out, and it's just going to be annoying.
Because like I say, if you do want to see a better desktop horror movie, then Open Windows or The Den, that was a lot better. So that is our review of Unfriended. What are you giving it?
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. He does 3 out of 5 ratings, and I am only giving it a 6 out of 10. Yeah. So that is our review of Unfriended. If you've seen Unfriended, say in the comments down below if you enjoyed it. I know America got it April 17th. We only got it today. But yeah, that is all for today. Thank you very much.
Wait.
Let me do it.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Goodbye. No, you have to hold it right over so it goes black, mate.